Hello, welcome back. My name is Emily and this is Emily on a Budget, and I'm so glad you're here with me. We are cash stuffing this week, $470 into our sinking funds and savings challenges. Excuse the nail situation. We just got back from Florida and I have not had time to fix it. As a massage therapist, part of the reason why you won't see me with nail polish on, oh, and there's turmeric powder on my knuckles that I can't get off. You won't see me with nail polish is because it just chips off that much faster because I work with my hands. So, shall we get into this cash stuffing with our first binder? If you are new here, like I said, I'm Emily. I am a wife. I'm a mom to 2 kids. I have a dog. I have a lot of chickens. We live in Michigan, and I'm a licensed massage therapist, and my husband works for the autos. So that's a little bit about us. I do my budget partially online and partially in my sinking funds. So not everything is a sinking fund for me, like groceries and gas. I do those as $700 a month for groceries. Gosh, if I can find my finger, $400 a month for gas, which I think will still be enough even though it went up an entire dollar this week. That was a bit crazy. But it is what it is, and that's why we budget, so that we can make sure we have enough to cover our needs. So our first envelope up is beef. We get a cow share every year, half a cow, to cover our beef. 1, it tastes better. 2, I know where it's coming from. And 3, I always know it's in my freezer whenever I want to cook something. I have very low iron, and it's hard for me to keep my iron up, so I do eat a fair bit of red meat. And no, my cholesterol is not through the roof. It's just fine. So beef right now, the goal is 2,100. We have 1,500, 600, 700, 800, 950. 1,950 in beef, and 1,500 of that is in Ally, gaining me interest. So 1 more week, and this will be at 2,000, which I'll move over into Ally. And then from there, I'm thinking we're just going to stuff 100 a month instead of the 200 a month that we've been doing. Because it'll help it. We'll hit the 2,100 by next month, and then just grow it slowly from there. I don't know. That's subject to change. That's my thoughts right now. Kids is not getting anything. We just got back from Florida with my grandma, and we took this money and we spent this money. Memberships is getting a 20. It gets 20 every week. This covers Amazon Prime memberships to our zoo and museums. So this now has 100, 220 in it, and nothing is due for this until June, which we already have covered because it's our Amazon Prime payment. If I can get that back in there, perfect. Birthdays is getting 20. I am toying with bumping this one up, but we just got, so our mortgage payment just changed because our escrow analysis came in. Which never does the escrow analysis make sense in my brain. Like, we paid more in taxes. We had a shortage. And somehow my amount owed is less for my mortgage this year. I don't know. I don't get it. I'm sure they're going to screw me over next year. But what? We'll deal with it when we get there. That's why we're building an emergency fund. Birthdays now has 20, 40, 60. And we do not have any birthdays until September when it is my birthday. I'm going to adjust something really quick. I hope it doesn't bother you guys too much. There's just a cord hitting my elbow and driving me a little insane. Okay, perfect. So hair, nails, massage is getting 40. This covers haircuts for my kids and I. And then if I professionally get my nails done, it covers that. And then it also covers my monthly massage, which I'm going to be toying around with how I do that, because I drive about an hour to get my massage, and then it's an hour drive home. And I could just see one of my coworkers, who are also very, very good. They just don't use their feet. I could see one of my coworkers, and it's a 15-minute drive there and a 15-minute drive back. So it would be saving money on gas. It would be... But I really like who I see. So I might try to see her like every other month and then see a therapist in our office every month. But we'll see about that. But right now, this is sitting at 20, 40, 60, 80, 120. 120 in massage. And I already got my massage this month. I do have a trade available with one of my coworkers, and I'm tempted to do it tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. Homeschool is going to get 25. I am doing a little more in this going forward because I need to buy my son's math curriculum for next year, and we're changing over from Good and the Beautiful to Saxon math, which I had always planned. I grew up doing Saxon math. I really like it. But it's a bit more spendy than Good and the Beautiful. So we dipped our toes in with Good and the Beautiful, and now we're moving over to Saxon. So I have in here 100, 20, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 160. And I want to say it's like a $200 program, which is worth it. It's still way cheaper than private school, which would be our other option, personally. Medical is getting 25. So this covers, $25 covers our copay. We do have quite a bit of medical coming up next month. I think there's 1 week where we have 3 different doctor's appointments. 2 for my daughter, 1 for me. So like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We're going to be going and going and going. So medical right now has 120, 40, 65, 70, 170 in medical. Piano, my son takes piano lessons every week, and they are $25 a piece. So we pay at the beginning of the month, $100, unless there's more weeks that week. So this now has 20, 40, 65, 75 in it. And then because we traveled and a payment that I received came a little late, my budget's just a little up in the air. Like, we're fine. Nothing's going to be like short. But until I am comfortable with what our numbers look like, because my husband's been taking a few extra days off and getting like 80% pay instead of full pay, we've had a lot of sickness in Michigan, so like quite a few cancellations, which I'm not going to make you come in and get a massage when you are sick, because guess what? I don't want to get sick. So I'm not going to charge you, and I'm going to make you stay home. So our spending categories are just going to sit here at least for this month. Hopefully by next month I can start stuffing them again. But for now, they're just not a priority, which you'll also see a few more categories in here that are not priorities right now, such as date night. Should we count it though? Because it's kind of bulked. There's 100 in a gift card, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 325. So 225 in cash, 100 in a gift card, which is more than enough for a date night. Eating out is also not getting anything. We are kind of doing a pantry challenge again. And then household is getting 10 this week because it was pretty bulked up. I do need to get paper towel. I just put my last paper towel on the roll. And I will probably just buy toilet paper at the same time. And then I need to go through all my household cleaners and kind of gauge where I'm at with them. And maybe I'll just do a bulk order from Sam's Club of stuff that I want. So for now, household has 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 140, 150, 160. See, it only needed 10. It's got plenty in there right now. Babysitting is getting nothing, but let's count it. Sorry, taking a drink of my Coke. I have a migraine trying to start. We're going to count this because my mother-in-law is having surgery on Monday, so they won't be able to watch my kids. And then they told me there's another day in April that they aren't going to be able to. So I'm going to need to pay somebody. So babysitting right now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 190, 100, 110, 120, 130. Okay, so that's about enough to cover 2 days of babysitting, $60 each. We'll see. I might see if I can get, I gotta see who I can get to babysit is number one. And then we'll go from there. But I think that's enough. I will probably stuff this again next week though. It was low priority, but now that I know I need a babysitter, I will start stuffing it again. Vehicle maintenance has 500 in the bank, and then it is getting 25 today. So we have 500, 20, 40, 60, 75, 575, which is fantastic. The goal for this is 1,000, and then we might slow down to like just 20 or 10. Animals is also getting 25. Still got like half a bag of food for my dog. I don't know if my husband pulled chicken food out of here or not. I'll have to ask him. I don't think he did. And I need to order my bees, which is probably going to be about like half of this cash. But we'll see. So animals right now has 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 70, 85, 95, 300. Awesome. That's a great amount. $300. Okay, it's going to be more than half of that for the bees, but that's okay. Clothing got completely wiped out because of travel. It is getting a 10 because it needs to get stuffed. Travel, I was toying with stuffing this or not because I pulled everything out of here as well to cover costs. There's still 500 in the bank, like 518 or something like that. 519 maybe. So it is going to get 25 because we do, not 45, 25. We do have some travel plans for the rest of the year, and 500 is not going to be enough for that. So I don't really want to not stuff this, and I had the money this week, so we're going to stuff it. The last stuffing of the week or the first stuffing of April might be, let's look at our calendar really quick here. And by we, I mean me. So next month is actually a magic month for us too. So there will be an extra paycheck for my husband. And then also extra work days for me, which is good because I'm not working on Easter, the Saturday before Easter, which I usually do, and I'm not this year. So either next week or the first week of April, you might see a little more cash going in. It's TBD, to be determined, because I don't know what it's going to look like. I don't know how the end of the month is going to shake out. This is garden, and it is getting 20. My onions are finally popping up. I was a little late to the game on getting them started, but they are going now. So I stuffed this out of our budget, but I also put all my cash tips in here. So we are getting more raised beds. We need dirt. We need some new hoses. We need fencing. We need arbors. We need quite a few things this year to up our garden. So this is kind of a priority stuff right now. So this has 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 5, 305, that's sticking, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, $318, which is a fantastic amount. That is really starting to grow and gain some movement. So that is beautiful. Miscellaneous doesn't need to be touched. So that is the end of that binder. And then let's go into holidays. So Valentine's Day is over. Easter is fully funded-ish. I need to calculate out some costs on that. Mother's Day has 200. Father's Day has 200. We are in summer fun, which is getting 25. 20 and a 5. So it has 100, 20, 40, 45, 50, 150. So that's halfway for this goal. That's awesome. I like to have about 300 in summer fun. So that is done and dusted. And then we are on to our 10K savings challenge. So this 10K savings challenge is from the Aesthetic Dollar. It will fund half of our emergency fund, or just a little over half, because I already had the 1,000 in there, and I think I actually had 1,500. So that'll put us at 11,500. Our goal is 2,100. And it'll be over 11,500 because every time I hit 500 in here, I'm moving it over into Ally. So it's gaining us interest. Every time we get an interest payment, it goes right into my emergency fund. I'm like, what is the word I'm looking for? Goodness. Emergency fund. So I decided that instead of like keeping the placeholders in the individual months, I'm just going to keep moving everything forward. So these are going to get marked off and then the cash is going to be moved forward. So it'll have the cumulative amount of where we're at, not just the monthly amount. If it doesn't make sense to you or you don't like it, sorry, not sorry. It's how my brain functioned with it. So we are stuffing 120 today. So let's color that in. Give it a second to dry while we get our money. So 120. We'll put that in here, maybe. There we go. So our 10K savings challenge now has 2,000 in the bank. 300, 50, 70, 80. $2,380 in it. That is amazing. And for March, we only have 250 left to stuff, which is great. So how much did I say we had? 2,180. So we're almost a quarter of the way there. So next month will be a quarter of the way. 2, 3, yeah. Yeah, we'll have to stuff one of next month's to be a quarter of the way there. But that's great. Great progress. So lastly, we have Save with Judy, which we are just doing $5 for this week. I'm going kind of slow with this one because I just don't know what I have available all the time. But we're finishing up our March coloring, which is great. So when you do this challenge, you'll save 300 at the end. And because I don't know when I'm gonna end, because sometimes I'm ahead and sometimes I'm just staying steady. I don't really know what this money's going to. Christmas is a great option for people with this challenge, like $300 more towards Christmas. For myself for Christmas, we do $125 a month. Some people do $20 a week. I think it's a great way to get into budgeting, is like budget for Christmas or whatever big holiday or event you have, like vacation. Budget $20 a week, budget $50 a paycheck, and just put it away and don't look at it and just let it grow, and you will be like, I'll be $300 ahead come probably October is when I will finish this. So whatever I need to buy in October, I'll be $300 ahead. But yeah, so by Christmas we'll have $1,500 to spend, which is more than enough for us. And you can always change it and gauge it as your income changes or as your need changes. We really don't spend that much on Christmas anymore. It's just priority wise. And I have most of the stuff I like. So that is March done. That's exciting. April is bunnies. We'll do those next week, or start next week on those. But let's go maybe put the money in here and see where we're at. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, almost to our first 100. So that is very exciting. Tuck that away. And if you are still here, thank you for joining me. I hope you guys are having a great middle of March. I hope you had a happy St. Patrick's Day yesterday. And I will see you next week. Bye.